Hello my loves, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, but before we hop into it, I wanted to give a huge shout out to my new favorite company, which is Blueland. So a huge shout out and thank you to Blueland for sponsoring today's video. I'm so excited to tell you guys about this company. They have become like one of my new favorite products, I guess, or brands, because they create like household cleaning products like hand soaps, dish soaps, laundry detergents, things like that. And they're made with clean and cruelty-free vegan ingredients. And it's also very sustainable as well, because you're going to get like these really cute glass bottles, and to refill it, you fill it up with hot water and you drop these little packets in there. And I got to do this when they sent me my hand soaps. It's so cool. You get these little tiny packets and you basically drop these in there and it dissolves. You don't need to shake it, you don't need to stir it. It just turns into your cleaning product, or your hand soap in my case. And this stuff smells great too, and it works really well, and it's a foaming hand soap and I've been loving it. And it's also way cheaper as well. So first off, it's more sustainable. Second, it is also cheaper because you don't need to buy a whole new bottle every single time. This is really easy to clean. It's made out of glass. It's going to last a very long time. And you just need to buy the refills. So whenever you need a refill, you buy these little $2 refills. And also if you buy in bulk, they get even cheaper than $2. So in the end, you're saving tons of money, and it's also way better for the environment. And you don't need to buy a brand new plastic bottle every single time that you need a refill of something. So Blueland is incredibly sustainable and also cheaper, so it just benefits everybody in the long run. I personally got the hand soap duo, and if you get it in a kit, you actually save money. You save 20% if you get a kit, so I highly recommend getting a kit so you don't need to buy individual products, and you also again save money there as well. And if you use my code, you also get an extra 20% off. The link is down below. All you have to do is click that link and go to the website and you'll get an extra 20% off. So definitely go check that out if you are interested in it. I highly recommend Blueland. I know that you will love it as well. So definitely click that link down below if you are interested in it. And again, a huge shout out to Blueland for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's hop right back into today's pick a card reading. Hello my loves, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, and this one is going to be the February 2022 month ahead prediction. If you are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of how they work. Over here we have pile number 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you guys can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like, to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can then scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. And then once you click on that, it'll skip ahead right to your personal prediction for the month of February. If you like to choose with crystals on the cards, then let's go ahead and pop some crystals on these cards. All right, my loves, if you like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have a big piece of rose quartz. And then over here we have some hematoid quartz, which is basically iron trapped inside of quartz. It creates this beautiful red hue. And then over here we have some pyrite. Then over here we have some danbarite. Then over here we have some rainbow fluorite. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you'd like, to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can then scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. And then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading for the month of February. So without further ado, if you are ready to hear your reading, then let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so group number 1, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. All right, so group number 1, there's some big energy here. So we have the Star card, we have the King of Cups, we have the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Devil, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the Emperor. So least I say, big energy in the month of February. It does look like you are getting over a big emotional kind of hump, where maybe we were a little bit confused emotionally about what exactly we wanted to do, or a big decision that we had to make. So it does look like you are having an emotional reset in the month of February, and you're also getting rid of like toxic, it's either a very toxic person in your life or somebody that you've been, attached to, but not in the healthiest way, or it can even be your own mindsets over yourself that we, keep returning to, and we're feeling like we're always like shutting ourselves out, or kind of like putting ourselves in a bad place and not really being kind to ourselves. So it can be either of those options. I do feel like a lot of you, this is an actual person in your life that you have had an unhealthy attachment to, or possibly they've had an unhealthy attachment to you, and it is time to kind of get rid of them. It could be a person where every time we're around them, we just kind of feel drained, but yet we're still around them all the time. Like, why do we keep doing that to ourselves, you know? So for you, group number 1, I do see this new desire coming about. We have the Star and then the King of Cups, which tells me that you are so ready to leave behind the things that no longer serve you and the things that no longer make you feel good. Because there's definitely something here in your life that has been making you feel drained and not good. And it is time to be so emotionally strong that we don't care about stripping it away. Because we're so ready to fill up our own cup and listen to what our emotions have been telling us all along. Because group 1, I really feel like you have been feeling and getting this intuition, this gut feeling like you are supposed to leave this behind. You are supposed to end this. You're supposed to cut ties to either doing this or, you know, being around this person, what have you. But there has been this underlying feeling like, hey, this needs to stop. There's something in your life that absolutely needs to come to an end. We need to kick it to the curb and we need to clear it out of our lives. But the only way to do that, and I think what you have been realizing, group number 1, is that the only way to do that successfully is to first fill up your own cup so high and so much to where you have so much fulfillment that when you cut this away, it doesn't feel like you're left with an empty gap. Because a lot of us return to, you know, old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old people in our lives that are not good for us, because when we try to cut it away, we haven't yet, you know, found something to replace it. We haven't yet, you know, found a way to fill that void. Because a lot of the times when we cut something away and we have a void and we haven't filled it yet, we immediately desire to come back to it, even if it's a negative thought. Maybe we haven't thought of like, what do I want to fill my mind with now? And when we haven't clearly defined that, it's hard to cut away negative thinking. If we don't have something to transition to, it's hard to cut away certain people in our lives or certain habits. If we don't have something else to fill our time with, we then crave the old thing. And I think that's what you have been realizing, group 1, because this is now why we have the Star and the King of Cups here. Because, you know, you're ready to have this restart, this reset. You're ready to go on your own and strip away anything that no longer serves you. I feel like you're so ready for that and you feel it internally like that's what you're supposed to do. But then the King of Cups, we're now realizing like, hey, I really need to fill this gap with something that makes me so fulfilled that I don't feel void. I don't feel alone. I don't feel down on myself. And then reattach. You know, we're slowly realizing what we need to do in order to free ourselves. So the month of February is this freedom month where I see you guys really gaining back your freedom. We also have the Three of Pentacles. So this is connecting yourself, surrounding yourself with things that fulfill you and uplift you to where you can build from, you know, rather than reattaching to something that we're so wanting to get rid of. It's something that I feel like you keep coming back to and maybe even questioning, maybe even confused in your mind, like, is this the way I'm supposed to be? Is this what life is supposed to be like? Am I supposed to be with, you know, with this, whatever it is? But there's that internal gut feeling that I think keeps creeping back up that's like, no. So I see you guys connecting with something else. The Three of Pentacles, I really see you connecting with something else. The Emperor, I see you getting on top of your game. You know, the Emperor is such a powerful card, as well as the King of Cups, as well as the Star. Like, these cards are so powerful. So I see you being able to take your power back, to stand on top of your throne and be the creator, the deliberate creator and like sitting on your own throne, basically, being the deliberate creator of your own world, being like the king or queen of your own world. So I see you really being able to take that power back and also implementing something new, something that's healthy. The Three of Pentacles. I really see you implementing something that's healthy. This could be healthy people, deciding to stay around healthy people in your life and reconnect with those people. Or this could even be adding a new habit or routine, because the Three of Pentacles can definitely also be like a new habit or routine that we're building for ourselves. So I really see you planning out a new sort of life for February and making the connection to make that happen so that you feel like you're in the commander's seat. You feel like you're the emperor of your own world and no longer just following along with, you know, where life ends up leading you. It's kind of like, no, I'm going to take control back over my life and decide for myself, what do I want to do? What do I want to fill my time with? Do I want to stay attached to the unhealthy attachments? Or do I want to create new attachments? Obviously in February, you, group 1, are creating brand new attachments and brand new habits. I see a whole new schedule emerging, especially by the end of February, like from February 20th and beyond. I see you implementing a whole new schedule, and it's really actually implemented by then. It's really, you know, something that's solid, something that feels normal for you. And it's going to feel good and motivating. I see this motivating energy right here. Motivated to even, you know, work on or get something done that you've been putting off for a long time. Now we finally have a routine to where we are getting it done. We are filling our time with things that feel productive and they feel like healthy. As if we're almost supported, because the Three of Pentacles is also, it makes that triangle, it's the strongest shape. So I really see you becoming so strong and making all the right connections, feeling so supported and feeling like you're almost supporting yourself as well in just a very positive and uplifting way. And being able to use your uniqueness and feel like you can have that shine rather than feel like it's being diminished or that we're down on ourselves. Now it's being able to shine. Okay, so the next two cards that we also have the card here of questioning your beliefs. So your belief systems are going through a bit of a shift as well in the month of February. So this could be, you know, finally starting to question yourself, like, why have I been going down this previous road? Why? Why do I keep doing that to myself? Why do I keep returning there? Why? And so I think this is the big catalyst of why we're finally disconnecting from the negativity and moving towards being our own creator rather than feeling like life is kind of creating for us. We also have, good fortune. So good fortune along with the Emperor, I must say, is a great combination for increasing abundance, increasing finances, having just like small little miracles happen in your life to where it helps build us up. So I see small little miracles happening. It could even be like a friend giving you a gift or something like really good happening within the month of February that just makes you feel good. And I'm almost seeing that some of you guys are receiving some sort of gift, either from a friend or maybe even from yourself, or like discovering something that you had lost. Interesting. Possibly discovering something you've lost, and all of a sudden it's kind of like adding to like this good feeling in your life and helping kind of build you up and expanding your security, safety, and happiness through just like an increase in your fortune. It's feeling really good. Some of you might also be buying like something new for yourself that makes you feel new again. Yeah, I definitely see you being creative and almost like buying something new to make you feel renewed and excited about life again, to make you feel like you have a new energy. That's looking great. So with that being said, the next three cards that we have here, we have Angel of Clairvoyance. So there's definitely going to be intuitive feelings, to say the least, especially about this whole situation with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. I think you're going to be getting so many intuitions on what you need to do to set yourself free. Because your angels are here right now asking you to wrap up and tie up loose ends so that you can have a brand new beginning. Because the number 9 here, 9s resemble the closing of an old chapter. So do what you need to do to really close this old chapter so you can step into chapter 1 of your new life, and you get to write a whole new story and, you know, buy something new to kind of resemble this new chapter so that you can step into the Emperor energy, the Star and the Emperor energy, which is this brand new beginning. And we leave behind some of the old toxic stuff. We create brand new schedules for us. So I feel like you've been feeling this intuitively for a little bit now. And I feel like your angels and guides are here right now too, just saying like, hey, please pay attention to this because your gut is correct. We've been giving you those messages and you've been feeling them. We want you to know that your gut hasn't been lying to you. Don't question it. Okay? Then we also have Angel of the Animal Realm. So some of you might be connecting to animals a lot more. Some of you might get if you've been seeing like a certain animal or you randomly come across like a certain animal that's like oddly sticking out to you. Right now I'm looking at a frog for some reason. Like on this like piece of artwork that I have in front of me, there's a frog on it. And for some reason, right when I saw that, right when I was talking about this, frogs just connected to me. But if you are seeing a significant animal, if you Google like the spiritual significance of it on Google, it'll actually tell you spiritual significance of certain animals. Some frogs, or toads I should say, have like DMT on like the slime on them. I think it's on their slime. Like they have this like coating on their body. And if you lick them, you have like a whole transcendental experience. And so that being symbolic to you, since I was kind of seeing that while looking at this, that makes me feel like you are going to be having some sort of significant sort of spiritual awakening or big realization in the month of February. And look at that, we also have a number 9 right here too. So it is really time for you to close out an old chapter in the month of February. We also have, the Angel of Romance here. That was unexpected. So the Angel of Romance, I think you are connecting to what it is that you love. So this card, I feel as if you are finally connecting to, okay, what do I love and how can I provide myself with all the things that I kept trying to seek outside of myself? So I feel like February is also the month where you are realizing that you are responsible for filling up your own cup. We can't expect that of other people, and we can't try to change other people to fit our expectations. It never works. That's one of like the biggest lessons in life, I feel like, is realizing that we cannot change people to, you know, accommodate us. We have to accommodate ourselves. We have to romance ourselves. And imagine when two people come together that are fully healed and they fill up their own cup, you know, King of Cups. They both come to each other fully fulfilled and they don't expect anything out of each other, but they're able to just enjoy life together. That is when you have the most beautiful kind of relationships, whether that be a friendship or romantic partnership or anything. That is when we have beautiful, sustainable relationships that feel supportive, you know, without, you know, needing to demand, like, I demand that you are this way, you know, and I need you to do this for me because otherwise we need to fill it up ourselves. And so I think one of the biggest realizations for you, Group 1, is realizing that you need to do that for yourself. And it's no wonder that you chose the rose quartz, because rose quartz is all about self-love and filling up your own cup. I also feel like Valentine's Day might be very special for some of you, since we do have this card coming up as well. This could also be, you know, a special time for you in the month of February. And it could also be connected to romancing yourself. It could be connected to somebody in your life. Again, it is a general reading. This could be connected to somebody in your life. It could be, you know, a King of Cups kind of person. But it could also be connected to you finally wanting and desiring to fill up your own cup. So with that being said, the next 2 cards, we have the card of abundance right here. So good fortune and abundance. I do think a lot of you will be reaching new opportunities to where you feel like you can create more abundance in your life, whether that be more time on your hands or like a new schedule that's so much more fulfilling, where you feel very abundant and more focused on yourself. Also, they're collecting like food right here. So food and diet could be a focus that you have in the month of February as well. As like, okay, what am I eating? Do I want to change that up a little bit too? I really see you guys focusing on schedule and wanting to implement healthier habits and not fall back into bad ones. We also have the card here of glamour. So, kind of like I was saying where I was like, I think you guys might be buying something. I do think as you begin to sort of renew yourself, group one, there's going to be a desire to maybe even invest in yourself. And what I mean by that is either kind of like buying something new to make yourself feel good, or like focusing on your aesthetic a little bit. Wanting to make yourself feel renewed and fresh, like a brand new you. And also with self-love and realizing how important self-love is. I also see that as well. So with that being said, we're also going to take these little oracle cards here, and we're going to get some more info on this reading for you. So group one, what else is happening for group one in February? We have a lantern. So lots of internal discovery about, listening to your gut, illuminating something that was maybe unknown that was hindering you, because the devil, when it pops up, is also a card that talks about illusions. So there could be something that we've been attached to, pattern, habit, routine, thinking habit, a person that has been draining us. And February is this realization that it's that we're illuminating that of which we were not seeing before, and we're finally kind of gaining clarity and answers on those things. Let's see what else we get. So group one also have the globe. So there's going to be new opportunity popping up in your life very soon, group one. The globe is connected to realizing that there's infinite possibility. We don't have to be stuck in our current limitations. Really, the world is at our fingertips at all times. We can do anything at any point in time. The limitations are just illusions that we put on ourselves. So what illusion, what limitation have you been telling yourself? Have you been telling yourself like, I can't do that because of blank. I can't do that because of blank. And I can't start that because of blank. That's an illusion. That's what we tell ourselves because we're scared of doing it. We are scared of actually making that choice and decision. There's a fear there. We're not actually limited. We're not actually bound by it. We're not bound by those limitations. It's what we tell ourselves. That is an illusion that we tell ourselves because we're scared to do it for whatever reason. Either we're scared of, hurting somebody else's feelings, or we're scared of taking a risk. We're scared of, all the stuff that we have to do. It's a limitation, though. It's a limiting belief. It is a belief. And look, we have the card here, questioning your beliefs. So the month of February is realizing, hey, we're illuminating the realization like, hey, I do have a lot of options here. I don't need to keep doing the same thing all over again. I don't need to keep doing that. I have tons of options. So you're going to start questioning your beliefs and realizing like, hey, these limitations that I've been saying that I have aren't actually real. And I don't need to subscribe to those anymore. So that is what we have right there. We're also going to roll the Astro dice for you. So we're going to take the zodiac sign dice first. We're going to roll it 3 times to get the top 3 most common, most likely zodiac signs that'll be in your life. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising. So let's see, group 1. What do we have for group 1? We have Gemini. We have Aquarius and Sagittarius. So Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Also, I want to say that the globe can also mean that some of you might be making travel plans as well. Just saying, February could be a month where you're making travel plans. But now let's roll all of these together to get any last info on this reading. And I also think you're going to be looking at more possibility in your life too, I just want to say. All right, so we have Venus in Scorpio in the 8th house. This is unknown abundance coming into your life, by the way. Whenever Venus is in the 8th house, it is unexpected money coming in. It could be from like inheritances. It could be from like investments or just like things that we forgot about, that we didn't know about, money coming in, random money coming in. So for you, group 1 in February, there definitely could be some random unexpected money coming in that we forgot about or that we didn't know about. But Venus and Scorpio in the 8th house, there is definitely something that we've been like emotionally attached to, some negativity that is going to be transforming, and we are going to be transforming it in the month of February. Old belief systems that have been holding you back. So, I mean, that's like the main thing about Venus, Scorpio, 8th house. You've been getting these intuitive feelings about transforming something in your life. This could even be transforming your career, your friendships, or your love life in a certain way. Desiring to transform it. Because the 8th house and Scorpio are all about transformation. Venus rules our money. It also rules our comforts, our relationships. So there's some sort of transformation around here that we are desiring to do in the month of February. So that is what we have there. Group number 1, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see future videos like this. And if so, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 2, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading, so I'll tap right into it. All right, so group number 2, here's what we have for you. We have the Magician, Justice, the King of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and then the 3 of Wands. So, there is a big decision that I feel you need to make in the month of February. Since we have Justice here with the King of Swords and the 3 of Swords, this is about clarity and kind of like, putting your foot down about something and making a very clear mind. Justice is about bringing justice to something. So this could either be, saying something, somebody saying something to you, but in the end, we're needing to make a decision because whatever this is going to be adding clarity to something in your life, because it kind of seems like you are trying to manifest something right now, to say the least. The Magician card coming up first and foremost. You are trying to manifest something into your life. But there's sort of something that's either standing in your way or holding you back. And we're needing to balance this out. We're needing to communicate this. We are needing to add clarity in our life to finally liberate ourselves. Justice is also about liberation. It's like liberty. So in order for you to manifest something, it looks like we're needing to find liberation in a certain area of our lives that's been holding us back. And in February, I do think that these important, talks or thoughts are coming out in February, to where we're finally adding clarity and we're able to make a decision. Although this decision is kind of like a bit bittersweet in a way, because it seems like you need to leave something behind, or you need to either disappoint someone in order to make this decision happen, in order to liberate yourself to manifest whatever it is that you are desiring to manifest. It looks like there is some sort of bittersweet situation. This also could be a situation that's happening to you, so there could be 2 sides to this coin. Again, it is a general reading, so I'm just going to point out all the different options here. This could also mean that you're trying to manifest something, and then the universe is going to cause a scenario to happen to where it's slightly bittersweet, because there's been something that's been standing in our way, whether we want to accept that or not, whether we want to see that or not. There's been something standing in our way. So the universe is causing a scenario to happen that allows you to remove this block. And it is going to liberate you and set you free. But again, it comes with a bittersweet feeling, because it's kind of like, oh, like, I mean, that sucks. But at the same time, like, I'm free to, do the thing that I wanted to do. I'm free to manifest the outcome that I've been desiring and, gain your freedom back, gain your liberty back. But I want you to know that whatever this scenario is leading you towards, now you have the ability to fill up your own cup. Now you have the ability to be free and go in a new direction. The Three of Wands, right? The Three of Wands is always when we have our past wand, our present wand, and our future wand, right? That's what the three represents, is the past, present, future. And so this signifies that we're standing in the middle, the precipice between our past and our future. And so February is the month where you are at the precipice of your past and your future. So which decision are you going to make? Are we going to go more towards the past again? Or are we going to disconnect from that and take this opportunity, this, fork in the road? You're literally at a fork in the road in February. Are you going to take this opportunity to go down the path that we've been always wanting to go down? Even though, again, it is a little bit bittersweet because we cannot take our past with us. So February is going to be a very important month this year for you, group number 2. Very important month. It's also interesting that it's the second month of the year, and you are also group number 2 here. So that's very interesting. But yeah, this is very connected to this. So this Three of Swords, which is the bittersweet situation, is leading you to your freedom. So there's something happening in the month of February where it might feel kind of like, it might be a little bit of a sting, but it is opening up your ultimate freedom here. So it is going to end up being a very good thing that is liberating you to becoming the magician. And realize that you've been oddly sort of attracting this, because this is what's meant to happen in your path in order to allow you to continue your path into your ultimate future. So Spirit wants you to know, like, this is meant to happen. This is really, really, really meant to happen. So, big choices happening in February, big choices to be made, lots of, figuring stuff out and liberating yourself, being able to bring balance back into your life by cutting out the things that are no longer serving you and making those decisions like, hey, I don't think I can bring my past with me anymore in order for me to move into my future. So that is a powerful way to start us off there with those tarot cards, group number 2. So with that being said, the next few cards, we have Spring. We also have Listen to Your Heart. So, this is springing something into action. So when we spring something into action, we're taking action on something. So for the past little while, we might have been all up in our heads, not taking action because maybe we've been thinking and overthinking possibly this current scenario that is about to play out in February. We've been really thinking about it a lot. And now February is finally our chance to spring it into action, to put it into action. So you're finally taking action on this. We're finally reaching our conclusions to where we feel comfortable taking action. Spring can also be significant, talking about spring. So maybe whatever decisions you're making right now in the month of February, they are going to come to full fruition in the spring, which is happening, very soon. Spring starts March 21st. So yeah, just about a month later after February, we go into spring. And this could be where a lot more is going to unfold in this story. But yeah, I definitely see you springing it into action in the month of February. We also have the card here of listen to your heart. And so this is, I think you've been feeling this for a while, group 2. You've been feeling like there's something you need to cut out of your life for a while, and it could cause some disappointment. It could break some hearts. But this is, finally February is like the month where it's like we can't ignore our heart anymore. We can't ignore how we've been feeling anymore. We're needing to spring this into action. We're needing to put this into action because we can't just ignore it anymore. We can't keep it on the back burner anymore. With that being said, the next 3 cards that we have the Angel of Creativity. So there's like a desire you want to follow. And this could also be talking about that we've been feeling like we're on a more creative high, and we can kind of see with clarity, what we're wanting to do, who we're wanting to be, what we want to transform into. So the month of February is, I think, unlocking even more of your creative potential. And I think that oddly, this situation is going to fuel your creativity for the future. And also that Queen of Cups. You are going to be finally cutting away the things that were stopping you from feeling fully fulfilled. And now we're going to have the opportunity to fully fulfill ourselves because we're finally cutting away the things that were sort of blocking us or draining us. And this is going to, again, fuel and be a catalyst for your creativity to re-spark. Then we also have, the bullying prevention angel. So I think that there's something that's definitely been like not so good to you in your past that you need to cut out. This could also be your own mindsets where maybe we are too hard on ourselves sometimes. So this could be talking about how maybe we're too hard on ourselves sometimes. This can also be talking about possibly another situation in our lives or another person has been like not the greatest to us. And maybe that's the bittersweet thing that we're like, we need to like cut this out of our lives. So there's negative things, negative situations, negative people that you're needing to cut away and cut from your life in the month of February, group 2. And 2s are all about connection and partnerships, right? So it's interesting, you guys are group 2, we're going into February, and this has number 2 on it. It is really time for you to focus on who do you surround yourself with? And what sort of thoughts do you allow yourself to think about yourself? So are you uplifting yourself? Are your thoughts uplifting and encouraging you to go in the right direction? Or are you pushing yourselves down, hoping that that's going to teach you something to go in the right direction? Because there's 2 ways that you can do something. If you feel like you're doing something wrong, and we're having negative thoughts over ourselves because we're like, we're not really, we're disappointed in ourselves for whatever reason, we can either tear ourselves down and push ourselves down further, or we can encourage ourselves in the right direction. Which one has a positive outcome? Obviously, the encouragement one. So it's time to encourage yourself into the proper direction rather than tear yourself down. It's also time for you to cut away things in your life that drain you or tear you down, because those things can't come with us into our future, guys. No. We also have the Angel of Healing. So it is definitely time for you to focus on yourself, your own healing, your own wellness. So February, this is time to focus on you, group 2. We're no longer people pleasing. We're no longer doing things out of being scared of disappointing somebody or hurting their feelings. It is time for us to focus on what we need, because we cannot fill somebody else's cup, nor can somebody else fill our own cup. We're all responsible for our own cups. So February is the month of realizing that we no longer are people pleasing, because that doesn't serve us and it doesn't serve them. It is really time to cut away the things in your life that are holding you back and draining you, because how sustainable is that? It is not sustainable at all. February is the month of clearing that away. The next card that we have is the card of peace. So I think that you are closing out old chapters and making peace with your past by cutting it out and going towards your future, and also finding your own inner peace by no longer being attached to the things that were once draining you and tearing you down. I think that this is mental peace, emotional peace, and physical peace. We're finally focusing on our peace. No longer people-pleasing. People-pleasing does not fit into peace. We're responsible for our own peace. They're responsible for their own peace. You cannot live your life to please others. That is not what you're meant for. Ooh, and then we also have true love come to me. True love is not through people-pleasing. True love is not through requiring somebody to fill up your own cup for you. And I think one of your biggest realizations is wanting to attract people to you that love you truly and fully without expectation. Expectation is condition, and it's not real love. Real love, true love, comes without expectation, without condition. So the month of February, group 2, is definitely about you desiring and realizing what true love is, and finally desiring that, and realizing the correct decisions, because I think that there's been some confusion in the past about what is the correct decision, what should I do in this situation, and there's been a lot of back and forth. I feel like there's been a lot of back and forth with this scenario that you're finally facing in the month of February, and the month of February is finally realizing what you need to do and what the right decision is, so that you can continue expanding into your future and filling up your own cup without feeling drained or burdened. Because there's this feeling like you've been burdened by this thing, because it's been almost stealing your energy. So it's time to call back your power, call back your energy, and spring into action, spring into a new season. All right, let's get some more. Any last cards for group 2? Let's see. Any last cards for group 2 about what is happening in the month of February for group number 2? Let's see what we get here. Ooh, so we have the bird with the message. There is a message that you need to deliver or receive in the month of February. And I think you know deep down inside what that is and where that comes from. I think you'll be giving and receiving an important message in February. There's a very important message that's coming in. And I feel like you also need to deliver a very important message. We also have hammer here. So this is really needing to hammer something in. So if you have a realization, you need to hammer it in. If there's something you need to say, you need to hammer it in and no longer be scared of walking around the truth and sugarcoating the truth. It is time to hammer something in. It is time to actually nail it in, to say the least, group 2. And it's also time to work on yourself and build and focus on building your future. How can you build your future when it's not on a solid foundation? You need to create a solid foundation for yourself by hammering in your truth, your message. Okay, I feel like getting one more card for you. Any last messages for group 2? Globe. Ooh, that one came up for the last group 2. So this is realizing that the world is at your fingertips, okay? You can have any opportunity. You can create anything. Hammer is also the creation. What do you want to create in your future? What do you desire to do? You are a free bird that can go around the world. You can do anything. But when there's certain things standing in your way or holding you back, we need to deal with that. What do you desire to do? If we're all in charge of our own happiness, the world would function beautifully. You cannot spend your energy building for somebody else when it's compromising yourself. So, what do you desire in the world? I think that you guys are going to desire bigger dreams, to do bigger things, and February is the big realization and the catalyst of that. And taking back your freedom and your liberty. And again, it's time to hammer it in. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take our zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll the zodiac one 3 times to start us off to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are going to be most likely the most common people or energies in your life in the month of February. So this could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising. So let's see what we get for you. We have Scorpio, Gemini, and Aries. So Scorpio, Gemini, Aries are going to be very common signs or energies in your life in the month of February. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take all of them together now to get any last info on this reading. So we have the sun in Sagittarius in the 5th house. So your freedom, okay? Your soul wants freedom, to say the least. Your soul wants to either possibly even travel too. You're also wanting freedom to have fun. You're wanting freedom to do what you desire. The sun and the 5th house are very connected. They're both very Leo energy. So this is a time for you to focus on you. Leo is very good at focusing on themselves. This is time for you to focus on you and shoot your shot in the direction that you desire to go in. What direction do you want to go in? Sagittarius needs freedom. And Leo needs to focus on themselves. So this is time to focus on you and focus on where do you desire to go in the world? What do you desire to create? It is time to go in that direction. It is time to put effort in that direction. It's time to start building that direction, putting effort in that direction. Communicate to who you need to communicate to in order to go in that direction. It's time to focus more on your fun and your happiness right now. Group 2. So that is what we have there. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Group number 2, if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you desire to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 3, if you chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading, so let's hop right into it. All right, so group 3, here's what we have for you. We have the Fool, the Death, the Knight of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, and then the Empress. So what we have over here, the Fool and the Death, to start us off, these are 2 major arcana cards. These both talk about a new beginning. So in the month of February, I see for you, group 3, that there is some sort of transformation you're going through, and a new self is almost emerging this year, especially in the month of February, where we're probably starting to gather new ideas. I think that there's certain things that have maybe happened in your life that have been a catalyst to you desiring a new lifestyle or new things in your life. And you're possibly going to be going through this, or will be going through this transformation. The Death is a card that comes up when we are leaving behind our old life and ready to transform into something new. It's kind of like going from a caterpillar and going through the cocoon stage to becoming the butterfly. So right now you are going through a period of expansion, expanding into something that maybe you've never really explored much before, because we also have this Fool card. And the Fool card says and represents us going into a stage of our life that we've never been this far before. We've never expanded this far before, so it's brand new. And there's going to be lots of excitement here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords talks about a lot of excitement and a lot of like fast-paced energy, where maybe we're getting excited and we just kind of want to jump on this new feeling and just jump on this new boat, you know, jump right into becoming the butterfly. So there is this sense of expansion in your life that's been happening over the past few months now, and it's brought you to this point of, wow, like I haven't even been this far before, but you're just right on the precipice of it. We haven't fully stepped into it yet, but I think February is this month where we're kind of like sort of stepping into a new story, where we get to sort of write a new story here, and we're kind of wondering, okay, like what do I want to create in this world? Like we're kind of experiencing all new things right now, and we're desiring to continue expanding that new experience into something more, and to seeing it, you know, become something more. We also have the Seven of Cups right here, and the Seven of Cups talks about having lots of options in front of us, lots of doorways are opening, and we might also have a little bit of fear because we're really not wanting to choose the wrong one. But I think that you are desiring to expand right now. You're desiring to open up this new door. The Knight of Swords, like there's a lot of excitement here to open up a brand new door. But at the same time, we have a fear because we haven't explored this far before. We haven't been at this point before. And so we're almost scared, wondering like, okay, well, what if I choose the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I, you know, do something and it backfires? You're wanting to do it correctly. You're wanting to do it right. And there's this energy that's really anticipatory. Like the Knight of Swords wants to move things really fast, but yet there's a hesitation here on something. There's some sort of hesitation happening in February. And it's blocking you from fully birthing this new you. Because the Empress talks about the fact that we're cultivating something. It's almost like the card that represents the cocoon. And we can fully, you know, emerge from that. We can fully emerge. Maybe you're almost not wanting to emerge your full feelings about something, but yet it's cultivating. Like we're really starting to cultivate new energy, new feelings, new excitement, but yet there's a bit of a restriction here to where we're like not wanting to fully step into it yet, or not wanting to fully express it yet, not wanting to maybe talk about it yet, but yet we're cultivating this internal feeling of like, ooh, there is lots of expansion right here. And you're feeling in February like there is a lot of directions you desire to go in. Also, sorry, my stomach is like making all the crazy noises. I haven't had breakfast yet, and it's like almost noon. Actually, don't even eat breakfast. I only eat lunch. I don't even know I'm talking about this right now. I'm sure you guys are like, yeah, I don't really care. But yeah, I always like fast in the morning, but it's definitely approaching time where my stomach is hungry. Anyway, the Two of Swords is us maybe not wanting to fully... There's a little bit of a fear. There's a fear that's holding you back, okay, to say the least. There's a fear that is slightly holding you back from fully emerging into this new self, into this new expansion. So what is this expansion, Group 3? What are you desiring to expand yourself into? What are you desiring to transform in your life? What are you desiring to fully immerse yourself into and take action on? What is this desire? Because there is a desire here. There is a desire that's cultivating within you. But what are you worried about here? Because there is a slight fear that's coming in. A slight hesitation maybe. But it is cultivating the Empress. We are cultivating this new energy. It's in the boiling room, okay? We are creating it. There is this creation energy. And what I want you to know, Group 3, is this is a very beautiful reading because it goes to show that you are currently cultivating a very beautiful energy for your future. And it's in the works. It's in the creation. So if you keep focusing on the good stuff, the good things, and you keep your focus there, you won't have anything to worry about because that'll be what you're cultivating. But there is sort of like a new I don't know, there's something happening in February where it's going to maybe cause you to desire to spring into action, or to take action on something, or to say something, to like almost like joke about it on a whim and just like put yourself into like a space of like, this is what I'm feeling right now, or this is what I'm thinking about. Da, 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 da. You know, it's like that sort of energy, because the Knight of Swords is like the fastest moving, sort of doesn't think twice about it and just blurts things out. And so there could be, you know, a moment in February where either you are sort of like, you know, talking about an idea, or somebody sort of blurts something out to you that causes this sort of, you know, action to continue, and sort of playing around with this new idea maybe. I don't know, it's very interesting. This is a very interesting read. So yeah, it's exciting though. It's definitely exciting, and I just keep wanting to repeat that for some reason, about there's like an exciting maybe thing that's brewing, but yet we're not fully opening up to it yet. But I think you're going to begin to, there's this beginning that's sort of cultivating here. There's all this beginning sort of energy. Like, you have all the cards here that deal with cultivating something new and beginning something new. We have the Fool, the Death, the Empress, and this sort of taking action on it, but in a very light, more thought type of way. So the expression or communication of this idea is going to come out, but taking actual action on it, we're not yet taking actual action on it. We're still brewing it a little bit. We're still kind of like feeling around this idea a little bit, but it's still a very exciting idea, and congratulations, you guys, because that sounds very exciting. With that being said, the next few cards that we have the card here of organization. Ooh, so putting stuff together. So maybe we're still sort of like planning it out in our heads, still sort of playing around with the idea in our heads of what this new sort of chapter is, what this new energy is, right? So I think that you're still sort of playing around with the idea in your head, but it looks very exciting. Yeah, it definitely looks very exciting. So maybe we're just, again, still thinking it through, but yet we're right on the precipice of it. And I really see you guys moving in this direction. I see that this is actually cultivating to the point where it has to come to fruition eventually, but we're still sort of getting all the pieces of the puzzle together, and still sort of like the events still have to sort of piece together, right? We also have the card here of knowledge. I almost said the book of knowledge. That works too. So some of you might also be waiting to know more. And maybe that's why we have this Knight of Swords, because we're sort of taking action on like playing around with this idea, so that maybe we can open up certain doorways. Maybe we can, you know, start to plan out a little bit more, or research a little bit more, dive into the topic a little bit more. So yeah, it's like about diving into the topic some more in order to cultivate more energy around this. Ooh, and then we have the card here of a romance. Look at that. Group 3. La da da, what is this about? So the romance is almost reminding me just of this sort of new chapter blossoming and blooming. Romance could definitely be relevant for some of you if this does deal with your love life a little bit, but again, it is a general reading. So romance can also just show that the flower is opening, it's blooming. So the seed is like sprouting. This seeded idea that we have is beginning to bloom. Romance is also something that we're very excited about, right? Because it calls on our passion. So there's something here that is calling on your passion. What do you love, right? What do you love? Because this energy is helping you move towards what you love. Right now, we're cultivating more expansion on what we love. Ooh, and then we also have the card here of rose petals. That is really fitting. Since we're talking about roses. So there's definitely a possibility for romance for some of you. This could even be communicating with somebody new for some of you, and like kind of cultivating a new sort of thing happening. Some of you, it could also be something totally external and outside of the realms of love. But the fact that we do have romance and rose petals, this could deal with your love life for some of you for sure. Or again, roses and romance can also just deal with something you're very passionate about. So there is definitely, to say the least, something that you're passionate about that's sort of having like magical little nuances sprinkled about in the month of February. Rose petals almost reminds me of like leaving behind like little pieces of information or spreading about little ideas. Like we're sort of blossoming an idea and we're just sprinkling the idea around, you know? So it's like this whole thing blossoming, but we're just sprinkling it around. Playing around with the idea. We also have the card here of forgiveness. Ooh. So for some of you, your past might be holding you back in a certain way. Maybe that's why we have certain fears around this, is we need to sort of forgive and forget our past a little bit. Forgive ourselves maybe for, maybe being too hard on ourselves at times. And allow the past to kind of like be behind you, because maybe this is what's sort of stopping you. Because the Two of Swords, there's definitely something that's sort of, we're having a little bit of a boundary up, a little bit of a wall up. So what is this wall? How do we break free? How do we break out of this wall? We are wanting to do this transformation. We're wanting to take action on this new sort of chapter and create this new chapter and organize and schedule out this new chapter and have fun playing around with this idea to sort of build, have the building blocks. And the rose petals are those building blocks, the building blocks of this new chapter, so that we can bloom into this full new passion, this full new, life. But we need to get past our walls. And we get past our walls through what Spirit is saying, through some sort of forgiveness or some sort of letting go of something. Okay. The next few cards, we also have clairsentience. Ooh, so it's like a psychic, and clairaudience. Interesting. Ooh, and angel fertility. Oh my goodness. It's interesting you have angel fertility and the Empress, because both of these deal with fertility. It's also interesting that we have rose petals and romance. I'm just saying, some of you be careful on Valentine's Day. Lots of us enjoy some romance on Valentine's Day. So if you're not wanting to get pregnant, use caution. I'm just going to say that for you guys, group 3. Yeah. So anyway, clairsentience and clairaudience. You're definitely getting some certain feelings coming about that are sort of guiding you in a particular direction. Clairaudience is almost letting me know that you're also going to hear some sort of news in the month of February from somebody, or like somebody's going to be sort of hinting something at you. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like hints about something. And this could even be, hints from your angel spirit team, but for a lot of you, I also feel like this is hints from another person in your life. Or it could even be you desiring to hint about something. Clairsentience is another one of those psychic senses. I think it deals with the nose, being able to smell things. And so, it's almost sort of being able to sort of, stop and like smell the roses. For some reason, that phrase just came to my head, looking at the rose petals and stuff. So stop and smell the roses. Enjoy the path as you go. Don't just like rush things too much, Knight of Swords, right? Because we might end up getting a little bit scared and worried, like, whoa. So stop and smell the roses, enjoy it. And also I think you're going to gain a lot more calmness if you stop and smell the roses along the way, because if we're rushing by things too fast, we get too much in our head. And that can cause anxiety and things like that. So clairsentience, stop and smell the roses along the way. Enjoy the process. Bring the passion back into it. Okay? Use your senses. Yeah, that's another word that's coming to my head. Use your senses. All good things, though. I want you to know, all good things here. But, yeah, remember to enjoy. We also have the angel of fertility, which is very interesting because we have lots here dealing with, the Empress being, a pregnant woman. We have the angel of fertility here. This can also just talk about the fact that we're cultivating something right now. We are cultivating a new idea and we're sort of brewing it right now. And we're probably desiring to like hint about it, and gain some hints back. Some hints back from the universe. Like, am I on the right track? Like, are we vibing? Are we on the same page here? So I definitely see some hints around this new cultivation. You know, we're sort of playing around with this idea and, again, trying to fit the puzzle pieces together around this new idea. So we're cultivating something right now. Group 3, the cultivation time is upon you. So yes, lots of creative energy here. Let's see what else we get for you, group 3. We also have the Sun. That is a great card. Oh, we also have the Grapes, which is abundance. And it's abundance with little effort as well. That also means being fruitful. So again, some of you guys, that can also deal with pregnancy. It's also a symbol of pregnancy for some of you. The Sun is also about really good times ahead. So the creation of really positive times where things are becoming more clear as well. And we're becoming very abundant and fruitful in our lives. So just enjoy it. Maybe some of you guys are a little bit scared of how fruitful things are getting. But don't be. Just enjoy it. The universe is telling you to enjoy it. The grapes are here for you to eat. So enjoy them. I'm hearing that. Your guide's saying, like, the grapes are here for you to eat. They were made for you to eat. Enjoy them. Okay. Let's get one more card here for group 3. One more card for group 3. All right, so we also have the Pillar, and also this card's wanting to come out too. So let's see. And the Lobster. So the lobsters are fertile for a long time. They don't reach a peak. They can live forever until the universe decides that they want to have a scenario that kills the lobster. But other than that, I mean, lobsters don't really have like a particular lifespan. And they're fertile for like their whole lives. They can birth like millions, or maybe not millions, but like hundreds of thousands of other baby lobsters. So it's crazy. So I think that what this is telling you is like you're going through a very fruitful period, okay? Group 3, and you're also attracting lots of abundance in your future. Tons of abundance. Do not limit yourself right now. Okay, so another message from the universe for the month of February is do not limit yourself. You are going to be walking into a new chapter. The Pillar is like when we walk into a new chapter. It is also like, it's like a finish line and also like a beginning line, right? So anytime we finish out an old chapter, we're opening up a new one. And I think that you guys are, again, right on the precipice of a new chapter of your lives where you are entering a time of like attracting lots of abundance your way, lots of good experiences. And yeah, just sort of a lot more fun. And the universe really wants you to be open to it. New chapters are definitely opening. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take our astro dice. We're going to take the zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll it 3 times to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are most likely going to be the most prominent in the month of February for you. So this could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising, or it can also just be talking more about the energies of February. But with that being said, let's roll it and see what we get. So group 3, we have Taurus coming through. So some Taurus energy. We have some Virgo energy. Some more Virgo energy. And some Piscean energy. So that is what we have there. We're also going to go ahead and roll all of these together now to get any last information on this reading. So let's see. We have the moon in Libra in the 12th house. So right now is a time of dreaming. What are your dreams? What are your emotions calling you towards? Libra can deal with relationships a lot, but it can also deal with, you know, balancing out your life and finding ways of creating, because Libra is also just very creative. It is also very associated with Venus. So how can we beautify our lives? How can we make our lives exactly how we want? What is your dream life, 12th house? And what are your emotions? What fulfills your emotions the most? And how can we balance out all different areas of our lives to where we feel fulfilled everywhere? Because I feel like you are beginning to really attract lots of abundant times towards you, group 3. let down some of those walls a little bit and start to walk through that door, you know, start to create that foundation, because pillars are also about creating that foundation. The Libra symbol also kind of symbolizes the sunrise. So, and it's interesting, we have the sun right here. So start to enjoy all the moments of life. And what is right on the horizon for you? It's time to start chasing your dreams. Your dreams are starting to come alive. They're starting to come up above the horizon. What do you want your life to look like? It's time to start going after it and not being scared of it. So that is what we have here, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 4, if you chose this pile, this is going to be a reading, so we'll top right into it. All right, so group number 4, here's what we have for you. We have the Moon, the Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands right here. So let's go ahead and talk about what all of this means. First off, the Moon next to the Ace of Pentacles means there's going to be like a surprise. This could be like a surprise opportunity, a surprise gift, just something kind of unexpected coming into your life. A lot of the times this is a material thing. So it could be some sort of like surprise gift or even surprise travel too, because we do also have the 6 of Swords right here. And the 6 of Swords can indicate travel, or it can indicate that we like are, sorry, phone's going off. It can indicate that we are sort of just going off in a new direction. Whatever this opportunity is going to sort of be a catalyst that either allows us to maybe travel. So it could be like a brand new, maybe out of the blue travel opportunity. It could be like an out of the blue, just sort of opportunity that's coming into our lives that can, you know, push us forward, that allows us to sort of go in a new direction here. We also have the 9 of Cups, which talks about a wish being fulfilled. So somehow, whatever this opportunity is going to be very exciting, or whatever this gift is going to be very exciting, making us feel like, ooh, we're feeling like we got something that we've been wanting for a while. But it is coming with some sort of new beginning, because we have 2 aces here. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. This is sort of the beginning of a new idea, the beginning of a new period of your life where there's a new inspiration coming in, and we can take action on it if we want to. We can jump on this opportunity or this idea if we want to. So what are you guys going to choose? It looks like you guys are taking on this new opportunity, if I'm being honest. It looks like you guys are definitely excited about it and taking on this new idea, this new gift, this new opportunity coming into your life. Again, it is a general reading, so I'm keeping it very vague and very open to what it possibly could be. But regardless, this is sort of catapulting you in a new direction, and that could mean with travel or getting you to a new space mentally as well, because the swords also deal with our mind too, right? So this could also be catapulting you into a new mental state as well. So whatever this unknown, unexpected new thing is that's coming into your life, it's definitely going to take you to a better place emotionally, mentally, physically. It's making you feel really great, and it's going to just be really helping you out. You could also be making some sort of big purchase as well, because sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can mean that, especially when we have the 9 of Cups here as well. So some of you guys might be making a larger purchase, but again, this is somehow just like granting a wish that you've been hoping for a while. Something you've been wanting for a while is happening in the month of February. And again, it's definitely helping you get to a better space mentally, physically, and emotionally. So this is going to be a really great time for you. I really think it's going to be a great month. And I think it's going to catapult some more new ideas into your life. And these new ideas are going to be new inspirations. So whatever this new thing is that's coming into your life, this new sort of surprise, this is definitely going to ignite a spark in you that desires more adventure, more creativity. It's expanding you creatively and expanding your inspirations. So there's definitely going to be a new inspirational energy coming into your life in the month of February as all of this happens, as all of this unfolds. And so I do think you're going to be inspired to make new decisions in your life and to sort of get to a better place in your life. Because I think that there's this idea for improvement as this comes in. There's going to be a desire for more improvement in your life. And that is going to be what's taking place. So honestly, it looks like it's going to be a very good month for you, Group 4. Looks like it's going to be honestly a really great month. So with that being said, let's get into the next 3 cards that we have here. We have the card of Wisdom. So some of you might also desire learning something new, expanding your knowledge in some kind of way. So whatever this opportunity is could inspire you to learn more, to expand more mentally, and to learn maybe a new hobby, take up a new hobby, some of you. It could even be taking on a new creative opportunity or taking on a new creative idea, because you're definitely wanting to expand. There's definitely this expansive energy happening in February for you, Group 4. We also have the card of self-worth. So a lot of you will also be feeling more worthy, like your confidence is raising, to say the least. And I think it's because you're getting yourself to a better place, because somehow this wish is being fulfilled and we're just feeling on a new high. And this new mental high is going to make you feel more confident, because maybe there's certain areas of our lives where we're not feeling the most confident. You know, we might have certain insecurities that pop up, but I think that you are going to be definitely getting over a lot of those and helping increase your, your self-worth. This can also come when we are also making a big purchase or investment. And this big purchase or investment could be into ourselves, into our creative pursuits. And it's also increasing our self-worth, because now we're feeling more like we've up-leveled ourselves in some way. So there is an up-leveling energy, and it can come through either a purchase or just a new mental state coming in. We also have the card Sea of Love. It's also interesting that the 6 of Swords is in a sea, and even on this photo you can kind of see the waves in the background of that card. That also just makes me think of travel, but it also makes me think of getting to a very good emotional state, to where we feel more balanced emotionally. We don't feel all over the place. We don't feel confused with our emotions. We know exactly where we're headed, and we have like a new goal that we're trying to reach emotionally, and we're finally going in one seamless direction. We're not all over the place or getting confused. It's kind of like we're really immersing ourselves into the pond that we desire to be immersed in. Sea of Love can also be talking about our creativity. So this can be an all-time high with our creativity, feeling like inspiration is coming out of nowhere and feeling like we're on an overflow. So definitely like keep a notebook in the month of February, because I think that your creativity is going to be at an all-time high, and you're going to be getting ideas, many ideas. So definitely keep a notebook if you don't have one already, where you can jot down ideas, because it's definitely going to be very creative. And I feel like this new energizing feeling, like as you guys get this new kind of sort of surprise or something like that, it definitely looks like it's going to fill you with lots of energy, and it looks very happy. And we're feeling more confident because of it too. So with that being said, let's take a look at the next few cards. We have the Angel of Meditation. So this is about reaching a more calm state. And I was definitely feeling like you were going to reach a new emotional state to where you feel more calm and balanced. Because the 6 of Swords, we're kind of like getting over maybe feeling insecure, maybe feeling a little bit more confused about our emotions, or maybe feeling like our emotions were a little bit all over the place. Now it kind of feels like our emotions are flowing in one seamless direction. So I definitely see a lot more calmness for you in the month of February, and more balance and a more clear mind with a clear focus of what you desire and the direction you want to go in. Angel of meditation can also be a sign to meditate more. It can also be a sign that you are going to be meditating more in the month of February as well. So I just want to point that out as well. We also have the angel of white light. So this is a lot of good energy coming your way. And this is also energizing energy. So if you've ever felt tired or drained at all, in the month of February, I think you are going to be ignited with more energy, as the angel of white light does signify that we're going to be more energized. It also signifies lots of good things happening and creating more purity and clarity in our life. And it's also when we sort of remove negativity. The angel of white light, it illuminates the subconscious parts of ourselves, right? So we're able to have more clarity and sort of eradicate anything that's been causing us turmoil or causing us confusion, or yeah, it just adds more clarity because it illuminates, right? It illuminates all of the dark corners of our mind so that we can have clarity and understanding over our lives. We also have the angel of friendship here. So this can talk about a new friendship coming into your life, because we do also have a lot of cards that symbolize like new things coming in. So this could signify a new friendship, or seeing a friend that we haven't seen in a long time, or getting a surprise visit or call from a friend that we haven't spoken to in a while. So somehow I'm seeing like all of those sort of kind of mesh together. Again, it is a general reading, so I'm pointing out all the options here, but I definitely see either like a rekindling or communication with somebody that maybe we haven't talked to in a while, and it's going to feel really good, or maybe like a surprise from somebody, and just feeling really good. I also think there's going to be lots of moments of being able to like laugh and enjoy yourself in the month of February. And with that being said, the next two cards, we have the best possible decision. Ooh, and safe travel. So definitely some sort of like travel opportunity. Or travel can also signify expansion. But I'm definitely seeing like travel and best possible decision. So maybe you're going to feel very like happy and excited that you made the decision to say yes to something, or to say yes to this opportunity. And again, it could be like a little bit bittersweet, because the Six of Swords is a little bit bittersweet. It calls us to maybe have to leave something behind in order to take on this opportunity that we just got. But I don't think you guys will regret it. I think you guys are going to be like, wow, this was a great decision. And yeah, somehow travel just keeps coming up for you. But again, travel can also, if it's not like actual physical travel, it can also symbolize expansion. So expanding yourself materially, emotionally, mentally. Yeah, and taking new bold steps forward in a direction that you really desire to go in. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take our other oracle cards, and let's see what other things Spirit has to say for your month of February. We have Horse, which symbolizes freedom. So there's some sort of freedom aspect here. This could also be talking about travel, or, you know, going in a very clear direction forward where there's more freedom in your life as well. So tons more freedom. We also have pathway, so there's a new pathway opening up. And we have the card of Lantern and Ice. So, all right, so the ice melting, the fact that we have the ice here, I think that this is sort of awakening maybe a stagnant idea that we've had, or sort of breaking the ice as well, to allow us to go towards this new sort of pathway. As I said, the horse symbolizes freedom, and so we are sort of allowing ourselves to be more free than we ever have before. We're breaking the ice to allow us to get past maybe our fears, our restrictions, to open up this new pathway, to open up this new doorway that we can, you know, go towards. And the lantern is again sort of like lighting up this new idea, lighting up our spark, lighting up our inspiration to go into this new direction. We're lighting up our inspiration so much to where the ice is melting, our fears are melting, our stagnation is melting, and we're able to sort of move forward into a new opportunity, a new idea. We're feeling some freedom. It's feeling good. So all in all, group 4, the month of February is looking really great. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take our Astro dice. We're going to roll the zodiac sign dice 3 times to get the top 3 most prominent, most likely, most prominent zodiac signs in your life for the month of February. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising sign, or it could be just talking further about the energies of February. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this out. So we have Aquarius, Scorpio, and Gemini. So those are the top 3 zodiac signs that we have for you for the month of February. With that being said, let's go ahead and roll all these together to get any last information. So we have Venus in Libra in the 9th house. So the 9th house does deal with travel. It deals with learning new things, expansion. So all of those that we were kind of just talking about, the 9th house coming up does rule all of that. So Venus being here, Venus is where we're starting to feel really good. Venus is, we feel great. It is also the ruler of money, luxury, enjoyment, relationships, friendships. And we do also have Libra right here, which deals with relationships and balance and communication and things like that. So I definitely see that there is going to be expansion within your relationships in your life, expansion in the beauty and fun of your life, the expansion towards just reaching new heights, possibly even expanding money since we do have Venus here. But definitely expanding relationships since both Libra and Venus do rule over relationships. So I definitely see that these have an opportunity to expand in your life, to be able to create more and create more harmony and balance within your relationships in your life in the month of February. So group 4, that is what we have here for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 5, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading for the month of February. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group number 5, here's what we have for you. We have the Tower, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, lots of sword cards. Then we also have the Knight of Wands here. So starting off with the Tower, there is something that you are just so over in your life. I feel like there's something that you are just completely getting sort of frustrated with, and you're just over it. So whatever this thing is, you are desiring to like sort of cut this out of your life, to like stop doing this thing, or to stop, you know, partaking in whatever this is, or whatever the case may be. There's a desire to sort of cut out this old habit, this old thing in your life, because it's bringing you nothing but kind of frustration right now. And I think in the month of February is finally going to be the month where you're just so over either this kind of way of life, or this, it could even be a person, it could be a thing, a situation, but it's really reaching a boiling point. Like February is the boiling point. And I think it's even right now as you are watching this, no matter when you're watching this, but even right now, I feel like you are reaching this sort of boiling point in your life with a particular thing in your life. The Page of Swords talks about, you know, kind of starting to think about new ideas about where else could I go? What else could I do? What could I create? It's sort of playing around with these new ideas, and also realizing maybe we desire to kind of like clear out our mentality, because maybe we're getting also fed up about our own mentality. Maybe our mentality has been holding us back and making us kind of feel like ish lately. So if we've been maybe focusing too much on negativity, focusing too much on gossip, focusing too much on, you know, news and other things that are just kind of breaking us down, there's this feeling of like, I'm so over it. I'm so done with it. There's this sort of feeling washing over you right now. With the Ace of Swords, this card is desiring like a brand new mentality. And I think in February you are going to be making this brand new mentality, because the Ace of Swords talks about new clarity coming in, a new mindset, a new way of thinking, a new way of speaking, you know, a whole new mental state. And so I think for you, group number 5, is there's going to be a huge focus around your mentality and who you desire to be and how you desire to be. Because whatever you were doing before is just not working for you anymore. So the swords also talk about cutting away certain things in your life. So this could be, you know, how we spend our time, who we spend our time with, those sorts of things. So I think time is also going to be another factor, wanting to spend your time differently. There's going to be new ideas around how you spend your time. We also have the Queen of Swords. So I think you're really going to be starting to put your foot down in the month of February, especially by the end of February, because there's certain things that I think might, you know, try to creep their way back into your life in the month of February. And I feel like you are just sort of, you know, really getting to that point where you're like, I don't really care about hurting anybody's feelings anymore. I just need to say what's on my mind. And I need to cut away the things that are constantly bringing me down or weighing me down, because I don't want to do that no more. You know, it's just totally an energy of here, like, I just have no time for it. So I see you cutting away the things that you no longer are going to spend your time doing and you feel like are more of a waste of time. I see you just really, you know, cleaning out the closet in that kind of way. And then we do also have, what was this card here? The Knight of Wands, right? So this is having a new inspiration to go into a brand new direction, because I think also one of your realizations is realizing that you focus too much on what you don't like. But by the end of February, it's sort of realizing, okay, so I'm rescheduling my time, I'm spending my time differently, but now I just need to actually shift my mindset, because I keep thinking about the past and I keep thinking about, you know, all these things. It's still sort of, you know, lingering. The Knight of Wands is this energy of where we're like, off into a new direction, we're taken off into a new direction, and we're inspired, we're excited about this new direction. So I do think there's going to be a new spurt of creativity, a new inspiration, and I think you are almost going to desire to sort of get out of your same old environment. There's a desire to get out of your same old environment, because it seems like your environment very much keeps you or reminds you of these old triggers or your old way of thinking, your old way of being. So with the Knight of Wands, there's a desire to maybe make some quick decisions. This could even be redecorating or doing something to sort of get out of your old environment. This could even be a revamp of yourself. Maybe you're just like, I want to see myself differently. But the Knight of Wands is we're doing it with inspiration. We're now inviting inspiration and creativity into our life rather than the way that we were being before, because there's this ending of the way that you were being, because we're kind of realizing how draining it was to be that way. So the month of February, hugely about renewing yourself, renewing your mind, especially your mental state, and sort of bringing an end to the old way of being. The next two cards, we have the card here of Courage. So this is about the strength to actually, you know, for one, say what's on your mind, especially when it comes to other people, being able to speak your mind, having the courage to also go in that new direction, not care what other people think or say or anything like that. So yeah, there's definitely going to be an inspiration to go off in your own direction. And the courage to sort of cut away the things in your life that are stopping you from being the way that you desire to be. We also have the card here of Magical Powers. So this is unlocking within you more of your creativity, who you really are. Because again, when we're sort of weighed down by so much other stuff, we sort of repress our own creativity, our own abilities, our own magic. We suppress our own light. And so I think as you are, you know, sort of rescheduling yourself and retracting this old stuff and going in this new direction, awakening this new inspiration, this new energy, It is going to begin to awaken. You're like a phoenix rising from the ashes, because that's exactly what this image shows, is a phoenix rising from the ashes. So it's kind of like you got to this boiling point to where you're just ready to just like, F it. I need to just end all these things. So it turns to the ash, right? Because the tower, it falls apart, turns into the ash, and you're like the phoenix that's rising out of it, just saying like, finally, I'm setting myself free. Finally, I'm no longer caging myself with these thoughts, with these people, with these things, with these places, with these events, with these whatever. We're no longer restricting ourselves by those, because we're realizing like, hey, I've been restricting myself here. I've been keeping myself here. I can choose to end this and no longer feel restricted by this. So I see you guys being the phoenix rising from those ashes and realizing your own liberty, your own magic, your own light, your own strength, your own inspiration, rather than caging yourself up with diminishing thoughts or, things like that. So I see this huge liberation happening for you in the month of February. And with that being said, let's get into our next few cards. We also have the Angel of Patience. So rescheduling your time. This clock is reminding me of the time that we were talking about. Realizing that your time is precious. How do we want to spend that? And how much longer are we going to keep spending it in the same way without changing? Your patience is wearing thin, group 5. Your patience is like, we've reached the boiling point. But this also talks about putting in the time and the effort for what you do want. The things that we desire take time, and it takes time and it takes patience to change things. So remember and have patience. When you do fall back into old patterns, don't be hard on yourself because you're just reinforcing the old pattern that you're trying to quit. Be encouraging with yourself and have patience and just come back to the good feelings. Don't discourage yourself because, again, that's just like the old mindset. So encourage yourself instead. And remember to be patient with yourself. We also have the Angel of Abundance. So by doing this, by ending all these old things, you're uncaging yourself, because before you were locked away in the tower, that tower is crumbling, and you're going to be the phoenix rising from the ashes that is no longer restricted by that tower, which is going to open you up to so much abundance in your life. So this is going to be opening you up in many different ways, realizing that there's so many things to be happy and positive about. So many things. And so you're really opening yourself up to opportunity, to abundance, to joy, to all the good things in life. We also have the Angel of Relationships here. So there's certain people in your life where I think that you are going to need to have certain chats with, certain hashing things out with, maybe the ending of certain relationships in your life because they haven't been serving you. And this can also be the beginning of new relationships in your life. We do have this Knight of Wands, so there's new energy beginning. We have the Ace of Swords. This can also be new communication. So as we're ending, as we're closing out the old, as we're throwing away and gutting our house and getting rid of all the old stuff that's no longer serving us, we make room to invite in the new stuff that does serve us, that is on our same frequency and wavelength. So we're opening ourselves to the abundance, but remember, be patient, because good things take time to cultivate. As you're making this shift, remember, be patient with yourself. Do not be hard on yourself. Give yourself time. Time to heal. Time to make these changes. Changes don't happen overnight. It's very rare. So be patient with yourself. You are making these beautiful changes, and it is worth it. It is worth all the effort. It is worth it in the end. The next two cards, we have soulmate. So you are finally getting rid of the things that are not connected with your soul. Because your soul has been a little bit off path, which is why we're feeling frustrated. Because when we feel frustrated, it means that there's things that are keeping our soul from what it wants to fulfill, what it wants to do. This could be relationships keeping us from our truest soulmate. This could be, surrounding us by friends that don't resonate, that are keeping us away from our soulmate friends, our soul tribe. This could be, keeping ourselves locked in situations and mindsets that our soul does not resonate with, which is why we're feeling frustrated. So soulmate, February, you're finally realizing, what does my soul really want? And remember, have patience, because we're cultivating this. We're cultivating this new energy, and it is going to be very worth it because you are going to begin to attract relationships that resonate with you on a soul level. That means romantic relationships and friendship relationships. You are going to begin to attract the ones that resonate with your soul rather than the ones that you need to pretend to like, right? We also have spontaneous and intuitive creation, which is so interesting. We had the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands and spontaneous intuitive creation are like, those go hand in hand. Those are like the exact same thing almost. So by the end of February, as you begin to really encourage yourself in this new direction, there's going to be spontaneous ideas that are coming out of nowhere that are leading you towards abundance and what your soul really desires. There is going to be new creation coming in by the end of the month, new creative energy, new sparks, like feeling like, I just got to do this. You know what? I just ended this in my life and now I'm just getting this inspiration, like, I need to do this. And you're just going to jump on that wagon and just be like, okay, that is it. I'm going in that direction. That is the direction for me. Okay? So with that being said, let's go into our next few cards here. Let's see what else we can get for my beautiful group fives. We have the wolf, so it's time for you to finally speak up for one. It is time for you to howl at the moon, howl for what you desire, express yourself. We also have the sunflower, so this is also about expression and being you, being able to blossom into your full authenticity, because the sun is the authentic truth, being your full light, because the sun is the light. So no longer dimming your light, being able to fully bloom and express yourself. Let's see, any last cards for group 5? We have the lion, which is connected to Leo. So again, full expression, full authenticity, fully embracing your light. Okay? No longer staying in the shadows, no longer keeping your truth hidden. It is time to express it. We also have tree. It is time to grow in the direction that you desire, to flower in the direction that you desire. Where do you want to root yourself? It is time to root yourself in a new place. Plant yourself where your heart thrives, not where your heart feels diminished. Not where you feel like you have to suppress yourself. Okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and take our zodiac sign dice. We're going to roll this 3 times to get the top 3 most common zodiac signs that are most likely going to be in your life in the month of February. So let's see what we get for you. This could be somebody's sun, moon, or rising. We have Pisces. Pisces again. So lots of Pisces energy for you. We also have Scorpio and Libra. So Pisces, Scorpio, Libra energy for the month of February. Now let's roll all of these together to get any last info on this reading. So we have Saturn in Libra. Tons of Libra energy coming up. I swear, whenever I roll these dice all together, it's like Libra. So Saturn in Libra in the 10th. So Saturn, restrictions around friendships, the 10th house. Where are you diminishing your freedom? Where are you holding yourself back, especially when it comes to relationships in your life, or the way that you're thinking, or the imbalances that you have? We need to balance them out and put up boundaries towards things that are weighing us down, towards things that are causing us imbalance. We need to put up boundaries to that so that we can continue to climb up to our goals. We can continue to climb up to where we desire to go, and we can get there. So where do you need better boundaries in your life, especially when it comes to friendships or your own particular internal balance and your freedom? Where do we need to put up those boundaries, and where do we need to actually commit to our vision? We need to commit to our goals and our visions. We need to have a clear vision and commit to it, and don't let anything stand in our way. So that is the news for February. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, group number 5. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.